pool now, and a few plants are in the ground, but before Shane and Sabrina call it quits, they've asked feng shui consultant Tracy Miller to evaluate what they've done so far.
The first thing I like to see when looking at a water feature such as this pool is proportion. That is the one thing that can make a design feel strange if the water feature is out of proportion.
So how did we do here?
I think you did extremely well here.
I think so
To
too.
me, it feels like about a third of the footprint of the backyard, so that's about the right proportion.
So how did Shane and Sabrina do with the placement on this fireplace?
The direction the fireplace is located is wonderful. It's in the northeast, which is an earth sector. It's activated by fire, so the placement in the yard is very good. However, we'll notice that this fire feature is very, very close to the water feature. These two elements are in a destructive sequence to each other and feel unnatural when butted up against each other.
So how do we break that up? Because this is where the action's going to happen, right, Shane? Yeah, I mean, this is where
this is the entertainment area, right?
Going,
yes.
People going from the spa into the pool.
Well, you can imagine what it would feel like to have live plants in this area. It would create a constructive sequence of elements, water feeding wood and wood feeding fire energy. So I would recommend putting live plants. This area, as you can see, is very still. We have no plantings here. It's surrounded by a lovely grove of trees. It's protected. To me, would make a wonderful meditation garden.
Shane's thought about that.
You could come out here and just really get away from the world and turn your attention inward and just have a very nice calm morning or evening out here after work.
Reflection. So Tracy, for two people that didn't know much about feng shui before this, how did Shane and Sabrina do on the overall design of their backyard?
I'm going to give them an A+.
Way to go, guys!
Yeah, exactly. It really is very, very nice feng shui out here. The energy flows extremely well. Your directions are right. Your shapes are correct. The proportion is right. I really couldn't have made many improvements to this area.
Great, thank you.
I'll see you guys later.
I'm sure you will.
Up next, the finished landscape is finally revealed after 8 long months, but the past is already coming back to haunt Shane and Sabrina's new backyard.
The bamboo's starting to come back, so we're going to have to deal with that.
The house might be lucky, but that good fortune wasn't spreading to the backyard. Once unused and overgrown with bamboo, it's now a showpiece. Natural elements of stone, wood, and water have created a landscape full of harmony and beauty.
Graham, what do you think? It's a big transformation from the way the yard was before. Before it was just a sloping hill with what appeared to be grass.
Exactly. It sloped to the house, and we created some terrace gardens, some usable spaces, sense of entry here, and basically a dog run for the animals.
Shane's got a lot of different entertaining spaces here.
You know, it starts at the house with the French doors. You come out to the deck, down to the pool deck, which is good for tanning and grilling out and entertaining. And then we've created this wonderful upper terrace here with
This is the party spot.
Yeah, exactly. The fireplace, you've got the spa, you've got the retaining wall to sit on, and you know, it acts as, you know, kind of cordons everybody into this space.
Lots of action going on up here.
Oh, very much so.
I think one of the biggest changes out here was the stone. There's a lot of it in this landscape, but I think once it got here, Shane really liked the natural stone, and that's why he incorporated more of it in the landscape itself.
Yeah, definitely. When we started, we had, you know, ideas of where the stone would exist and the design, and then as the project evolved, the homeowner loved it, and he wanted more and more and more.
I mean, we've got it in the creek bed here, we've got it on the wall under the porch, we've got it in all the retaining walls, we've got accent boulders in the planting beds, we've got stone for the pool covering around the pool. But it's not overwhelming, it's just the right amount. But when you have a lot of stone, you want to soften it up.
Definitely, and you want to use ground covers, cascading pines, shrubs to soften it, basically mute down the harshness of the stone and give it instant age like it's always been there.
You know, from the beginning of this project, nobody wanted the Asian feng shui thing to be too overbearing. Do you think that we got a good balance out here?
I do. I think we took a movement of feng shui, we put a twist of you know, natural materials with it, and you're in the South and you've got a little bit of Southern feng shui.
You guys, this whole project was about bringing good luck and prosperity out of the house and into the landscape. Now that it's all said and done, do you feel any luckier?
Yes, I feel lucky that it's done and that it was done beautifully, so.
It looks great. Shane, what about you?
You know, I think we got lucky on the job, but I really don't know the answer to that question yet. We're gonna have to wait and see. I don't go to Vegas for a while, so I'll get back to you on it.
Sabrina, you really wanted this swimming pool. That's
Yes, I
probably
did.
what prompted Shane to do the whole project. How does it now? I mean, it's, on a hot day like this, you have to have a swimming pool.
It's the best. It's the best. I love it. We've swam in it. We've enjoyed it. And we have the hot tub too, which we pretty much get in every night, so it's awesome.
Shane, and a big project like this can be an investment to your home. You're in real estate. Do you feel like you got your money's worth out of this project?
Yeah, I do. A primary concern is over improvement. You know, you don't want to have more money in your house than you can get back out of it if you want to liquidate. But in this particular case, I feel like we're in the black, and not by much, but
Right. Close enough.
close
And
enough.
speaking of liquidating, I mean, come on, look at this pool. It looks so good, it's making me thirsty.
It does, and we'll get a little bit more out of this. You know, a lot more enjoyment out of this than just the financial return on it. A home's not always just a financial investment.
Right.
You guys decided to wait on a lot of the plants. You've got some in, but you've been very methodical about it. What's your reasoning behind that?
Gardening to me is a long-term project, so to speak. You know,
It's always a work in progress.
it really is, and some of the most beautiful gardens you go into, they didn't just put it all in at once. So we'd like to do that, and then turns out we were prudent, or lucky rather, because see, we are lucky.
It's already happening.
It's happening. The bamboo's starting to come back, so we're going to have to deal with that, and we're trying to determine what the best way to do that is, because we don't want the bamboo to come in and destroy or take over whatever we do up here. I'd like this thing to be a big tropical garden one day, and I may not like this, and I may like that, and I need to test it.
There's no rush, you know, the job is done, and you guys could just be sitting in the spa one night and have an epiphany of exactly what you want to do.
An epiphany. That's exactly how it
Word of the
is.
day.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So you guys, overall, do you feel like the lucky dragon lived up to his name?
Very much.
Yeah.
He always does.
I think he did a great job.
Well, it sounds like you guys have got a lot more luck to come. I think maybe on my way out I might rub his belly one
Please
time
do.
for the road. But it's been a lot of fun. Thanks for letting us be a part of it. And thank you for joining us on Groundbreakers. We'll see you next time.
Come on, you did a pretty good job here in the landscaping now. Now give me a little bit of help here. And these numbers look good to you? Come on, what about this one here? No? Lotto's not your game? All right, give me the Derby winner. Give me a horse pick. Seabiscuit. Nah, he's not running this year. You better stick to landscaping.